My name is Anidria Greer, and welcome to my Interpersonal Communications Project, Hsco 508 at Liberty University. Interpersonal communication involves both talking and listening, sending and receiving, giving off cues, and taking them in. Interpersonal communication labels the kind of communication that happens when the people involved talk and listen in ways that maximize the presence of the personal. In this introductory portion of this project, this course consists of 4 textbooks. Listening, the Forgotten Skill by Magdalene Berlin Allen. Why Don't We Listen Better? Communicating and Connecting in Relationships by Dr. James Peterson. How to Solve the People Puzzle, Understanding Personality Patterns, your personal in-depth handbook of human behavioral science and dispersonality types by Dr. Miles Carbonell. And last, Bridges Not Walls, a book about interpersonal communications by John Stewart. Introduction continued. From research studied, one cannot disguise their interpersonal communication skills and why their actions are inconsistent with their behaviors. Research has proven time and time again that when behavior is inconsistent with attitudes or beliefs, individuals reduce the inconsistency by changing their attitudes so that the attitudes become consistent with the discrepant. Enlarging the conversation. E equals MC. Identified needs plus intentional researching. Enlarging the communication involves interpersonal communication, dialogue, and conversation. Empathetic listening focuses on the other person's thoughts and feelings. Empathetic listening also focuses on being mindful by making eye contact, posture, making responsive sounds, and moving responsively, just to name a few. Goals. According to Burley Allen, effective listening involves not only tuning into others, but tuning into ourselves. By listening carefully to what we say and how we say it, can teach us a lot about ourselves. My overall master goal is to become assertive and become a level 1 listener. In order to become a level 1 listener, I need to remember that a level 1 listener listens to realize that both the talker and the listener have power. Past experiences filters can make a listener become anxious to hear something that fulfills his or her wishes or desires. Our listening can be biased because of our negative experience we had with a person we are communicating with, per Burley Allen. My background. I am the middle child of 6 children by my mother and father. I lost my mother to cancer when I was 14, and my father was grief-stricken, so I lost him as well when I was 14 years old. I also have 4 other siblings from my father's side who are from a previous marriage. I am 36 years old. I am a single mother of one 11-year-old. I am divorced since 2008, and I also have a bachelor's degree of science in psychology. Types. Behavioral blends. The behavioral blend in this personality type describes the specific characteristics that individuals have in their personality. How we think, feel, make decisions, and relate to others has a lot to do with who we are and how well we feel inside and outside. throughout our interpersonal communications. Carbonell found that understanding the personality pattern is one of the keys to improving your relationships and solving the people puzzle. Understanding our own interpersonal communication helps understand other people's communications and the exchange of consistent information from one person to another. Using and understanding the DISC model helps differentiate and respond to specific types and assist individuals accordingly. My behavioral type and blend. Surprisingly, in my Uniquely You report, I am an SI personality type. And what that is expected of me is an S personality type. According to the book readings, I thought I was a DS personality type. However, as I took my assessment, I agree with my personality report about myself. I feel like knowing more about my personality type helps me to know more about other people and how I view other people and how they view me. Knowing more about myself opens me up to achieving more and being more optimistic about my present circumstances as well as my future expectations. I have always questioned myself in the past as my role as a leader. Could I lead? According to this assessment, I can be a very excellent leader. My personality blend helps me contribute to enlarging the crowd by knowing what is expected of me in conversation and communicating better to becoming a more effective communicator. My DISC personality type and blend is S. This is expected of me. I'm sensitive. I'm loyal. I'm friendly. I'm sometimes withdrawn and reserved in public. I'm very shy and quiet. This is me, the SI personality type. I'm very people oriented. I'm inspirational. I'm shy and quiet, tolerant and forgiving, kind and sweet. My specific interpersonal communication that has been revealed to me through this assessment involves more than one skill. My behavioral blend continues, positives and negatives. Positives, I am loyal and true blue. I am ambitious. I am merciful. I am stable. I am gullible. I am thoughtful. I am influencing. Negatives, I am not. I am not confident. I don't express myself like I should. I'm not as strict as I should be in conversations. I'm not intense. And I'm not organized. I'm not bottom lined or assertive. Listener and speaker. All around the world, how we communicate effectively affects us socially in groups and affects us in society. According to Burley Alley, taking the time to reflect on listening behavior by exploring the questions and the listening habits of others is a way to overcome the barriers you may have. My barriers. My interpersonal communication skills test score, I scored 80 out of 100, the highest of the test. Insightfulness. I do have the ability to read others and understanding things from their point of view. However, sometimes I have to watch out for miscommunications. My lowest score is a 38 out of 100 and it was my verbal expression. I like the ability to deliver a clear and concise message. My overall score is a 53, which is an average overall ability to communicate effectively, but it leaves me plenty of room for improvements. Self-disclosure or openness. Because of my shy and quiet tendencies associated with my behavior blend, it is harder for me to open up or self-disclose to others. How I'm going to work on overcoming this barrier. I am going to practice my openness equals SAT. The S is for self-awareness, the A is for self-acceptance, and T is for trust. Barrier 2, assertiveness. Because of my lack of assertiveness and confidence, I tend to have difficulty speaking up for myself or taking a stand. How I'm going to overcome this barrier? By taking the time to make firm and wise decisions and learning to say no. Internal noise pollutions. Internal, hearing what I want to hear. Biased listening. Personal issues. External, interruption, phone calls, work pressures, taking on more than what I can handle, doing 2 or 3 things at one time. Time pressures and meeting deadlines. There are 2 types of noise pollution, internal and external. And noise pollution is any distraction that keeps the conversation from flowing smoothly. Repeat information back to the talker to prevent conflict and misunderstandings. I plan on using the Peterson's Talker Listener card. Also, preventing noise pollution. Let the talker know if emotions are distracting you from giving your full listening potentials. Focusing attentively on the speaker. And last, for preventing noise pollution, practice responsible time management. Action. I plan to become a level 1 effective listener and communicator. Address and balance my behavioral blends. Implement Peter's Talker Listener card. Watch attentively verbal and nonverbal communication cues. Implement assertiveness and focus on my listening skills effectively. I also plan to open up more accordingly with others. Conclusion of my interpersonal communications project.